trying to watch my mood, trying to steal swag. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got a big bag, I got a big Mac. Gotta take them boys to school cause they skip class. They be trying to watch my mood, trying to steal swag.
Hey y'all, what's going on, man? We just like to welcome everybody to the Shot Clock. I am your host, G-Day Hoop Scout. Alongside with me, we got Rob C in the gym. We got Coach Ed Willis, and we got the Baller Plug. Fellas, man, how was y'all week, man? How everything turned out, man?
Man, it was good, man.
Great week, man. Great week.
Productive.
Had trials today. Look real good. So I was excited. Had a lot of kids come out today. Man. So
Okay.
Congratulations. That's what's up.
appreciate it.
Rob C, Baller Plug, man. Anything y'all want to chime in, man?
Man, I had a good productive week, man. Got in the gym this week. Got to see some good games. Man, it's a lot to talk about, man.
Yeah,
Beating.
it is. I'm glad this is just a high school show because I could hop on the NBA and talk about somebody ignorant, but I'm glad it's a high school show.
Yeah, no, this is a high school show. We keep it high school.
I rep H-Town for life.
We'll have some other spinoffs for that, man. So when you do the hanging with Coach Willis spinoff, man, you can talk about
best of
everything, everybody, man. You know, the hoop scoop. We're gonna do our little stuff, and then if G-Dot want to do a Baller Plug spinoff, man. Hey, that's what we here for. We here for the culture, man. Fellas, just want to thank y'all once again for being alongside me on this journey. Hey, for those who tuning in, make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure you like it. Make sure you retweet it if you're on Twitter. If you're on the Facebook, make sure you like it and share it. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you give us that thumbs up. Hey, this is what we're here for. High school basketball, Houston, Texas, Greater Houston. First thing first, just want to.
Ball so hard, I'm shocked too.
Hey, fellas, man, just I wanted to show that video real quick. Normally we do high school games. Today we're going to kind of step away from that just a little bit because it's recruitment, man. That's what we also here to talk about. And so just from that video that I did for Brandon, you know, I received a lot of feedback from college coaches. Over 20 college coaches, various levels, D1, D2s, a couple of NAIAs. And then about 15 prep schools also reached out about them. And so the big question is to you guys, that's why I want to play this video, is, hey, is it okay to push kids towards prep for this year?
Yes. And I think for me, it's always a situation. I think is a very touchy situation because a lot of people don't know a lot about prep schools. And then, you know, within Texas, we only have a couple that's like really, really good. So I think especially for Texas people, it's very hard to gauge what the prep situation can be and how the experience can turn out. Because, you know, if you get outside of Texas, go to the East Coast, Midwest, you know, maybe, you know, the Southeast where Florida at, different than that. It's a lot of prep schools, and it's kind of normal for a lot of kids to go to prep schools and things like that. But I also think there's a misperception between post-grad and prep school. You know, I think some people don't understand the difference or how it kind of goes together as well. When people talk about post-grads and prep schools, I think that's something we should discuss and kind of really give people a true breakdown of what the difference is and how to tell what type of post-grad or prep school you should go to if you're trying to get that extra year after graduating from high school, or if you're a kid who needs to go somewhere to a prep school to fix your class credits to make sure you can graduate. You know, a lot of people don't understand the difference.
No, true, fellas. How do y'all feel about the whole prep schools? That's starting to reach out a lot more so because you have every kid who can return to college, D1, D2, D3, as well as the NAIA levels. So what are y'all takes on that? Where prep schools are really going to be getting heavy? I'm talking about grad preps, not just a prep, but like grad preps are really going to be getting heavy into the recruitment this year, more so than ever before.
Now I feel like it's a viable option this year more than ever before. I mean, you want to continue to keep playing, and if you don't get a scholarship, you know, that's the next best thing, is to go to prep and get another year. Because as you stated earlier, you know, college coaches had the ability to bring back every player, you know, so it's really not, and I say this all the time, it's really not going to be a situation like what happened with Bakari Lestrap at the end of last year, where he kind of bet on himself and, you know, just kind of turned down certain offers and things, and then, you know, found a school at the end. It's kind of really not going to be like that this year. It's kind of like, if you have an offer, you don't want to commit, I'm going with somebody else. And then if not, you know, then you're going to get shuffled along to the prep school, because you got, I mean, like you say, bring back everybody, transfer portal, JUCO players. So it's a very treacherous thing. I think it's a viable option, though.
All right, so somebody on the Twitter side said that we should give a couple examples of the difference between prep, post-grad, etc. And so a prep school is the same thing as a high school. You can go to a prep school and you can graduate with a high school diploma. That's what a prep is. And so I'm just trying to think of what would be considered a prep here would be like your I school, Louisville. They're considered to be a prep type school. You know,
Strengthening motion
here, Houston is a charter. They're a charter school, so they don't fall under the prep guidelines. But St. Pius is a prep school that you can send your kids to right here in Houston. Straight Jesuit, a prep. It's called College Preparatory School. St. John's 23 is a prep school, and so those prep schools are just high school. And with prep schools, a lot of times you can get away with reclassifying your student athlete. Now, a post grad is equivalent to going to a junior college, just like an extra year of basketball. But while you're there, you can also still work on obtaining your associate's degree. But you don't really have no rigorous high school courses at all. And so it's just strictly bad. You're just focused on nothing but basketball. Now you can choose to take some online classes because that looks good in recruitment from other junior colleges as well as schools from the D1, D2, D3, NAIA level, and JUCOs, as I mentioned earlier. And so that's what a post grad is, just like you're getting an extra year after high school before going off to play collegiately. A lot of times with post grads, what happened is that you can also still lose your eligibility. So even if you go to a junior college, instead of going in as a freshman, you'll be going in as a sophomore, depending on the courses that you're taking, as well as the post grad school, if it's accredited or not. And so those are the big differences that people may not know about. And so just wanted to share that real quick with everybody. Before we move forward.
Oh, somebody had a question.
Okay.
Today. Herb said, "Will coaches be looking to recruit post grad kids?" I don't think so.
I don't know about this year, but for the future, like next year, I think I think next year, maybe the year after that, I could see them doing it because everybody coming back. So since everybody's coming back this year on the D1, D2, D3 levels, like everybody, like a senior gets his extra, he gets another senior year, and that doesn't mean that he can still even get a grad. He can still get a grad year as well as a grad senior. And so like kids who are freshmen, like my son, he plays in AIA and he's a freshman, but he gets his freshman year back even though he's playing right now. And so it doesn't even count as. And so even if the coach like decide to redshirt him next year, he will really have 3 years of freshman basketball under his belt. And so that's just how it's going to work out.
Hey man, I don't have nothing to say. Y'all spoke very well about the topic. The only thing I would probably say is most of these parents probably need to have a serious conversation with their kid. Like, this is not going to be I'm taking my kid to school around the corner and then I get to go see his game. It's going to be hard on the family. It's going to be hard on the kid. It's going to be hard on the parent. So you need to decide, like, if your child is mature enough for that, probably, because there are not a lot of local prep schools and postgrad schools. So your kid is going to have to get on the road as if he was in college, but not get the same college benefits for the college basketball dream. And a lot of kids, in my humble opinion, may not be ready for that journey. But we need to probably do bring what's my man?
Yeah, we got the baseline boys. We got baseline coming up next.
Real quick, I want to ask something real quick.
That went to the prep school on the East Coast. Kelly?
Chase Kelly.
Chaz Kelly. But that's still a high school prep though.
How it was for him, and then he could talk to the kids.
But we can also think about another kid who went to Westfield. There is a good post grad in Texas, Strength and Emotion, which is in San Antonio. The kid went to Westfield and transferred over there. Actually, I can't think of his name right now. He actually had a scholarship. Exactly. Actually had a scholarship to Illinois, just up there. But he ended up going to a different Division I school that he's at right now. And I will be honest with you, that is a good post grad. But I will piggyback what Gary said is it's a different situation because you're kind of away from home. It's not going to be a pretty situation. You're going to be in a house where it may be like 10, 12 kids standing there like old school dorms, 2 to a room type situation where you're playing different, like a real post grad, you're playing against junior colleges or community colleges. When you're playing against a real post-grad school, not that's playing against high school kids. If you're in a post-grad, you're playing your 5th year, you're not playing against high school kids, you're playing against other maybe post-grad 5th-year schools, or like here in Texas, Strength and Emotion plays like Temple Junior College. They play against Blinn. They play against Angelina. They play against Navarro. They play against all those different schools, and they do a great job. And they also go to one of the big post-grad and JUCO tournaments out in Dallas that Allen Branch hosts, and they also have one in Florida and one in the Midwest where it's nothing but post-grads and junior colleges. And a lot of coaches do like post-grad kids because they get that extra year and they're kids who can be more mature. I know a lot of junior colleges like Kilgore recruits a lot of post-grad kids that come out. So I think a lot of those kids will get opportunities to play if they go to a good post-grad situation. But again, it all depends on you going to check it out, making sure it's the right situation, the schedule, different things like that. And I think this year is going to be different anyways, because I think post-grads are going to kind of be able to rise to the occasion if people have good situations, junior colleges as well, because if a kid can get a 5th year without using any eligibility and play against junior colleges and get that film, that's going to be very, very good for those kids' opportunities after the next year.
No, definitely will, man. Coming up right now, we got the Baseline Boys with the Baller Club.
He's up! Fire!
Yo, 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 yo. You got a special edition of Baseline Boys. I'd like to introduce a special guest, Easy Corner. Y'all see my man grinding in the streets. What's up, Easy?
Man, what's up, dog? What's up, G, man? Appreciate having me.
Pleasure to have you on the segment. So we're gonna run through the week together because you were pretty much at every game that I was at this week, right?
Yeah.
So
Like 3 times. Yeah.
Side Creek Senior Night.
Yes. Was it?
I was
No,
there.
I wasn't at the Side Creek game. I wasn't there.
Right.
That was a Wednesday. I saw you 3 times, but I didn't go to that Wednesday game. I did not make that drive.
Let's talk about that Fort Bend Marshall versus Foster game.
Yes, sir.
What was the point for you? That was a good game. It was
a great game. What I would say is Marshall, you can see the potential on what they can be when you put a combination of Chris Marshall and Jalen Lowe in that backcourt. But Foster, they just showed the veteran poise. Deuce Fatheree in the middle, Chancellor Wright attacking the rim and getting to the free throw line. So to me, that's what it just came down to, that one team kept his composure, another team just kind of blew the lead.
All right, and then we'll get to the next game. Dulles girls, who came in undefeated, number 1, versus George Ranch, number 2, the underdog.
The underdogs.
At halftime, it looked like it was a blowout on the George was down 10. It had gotten chippy early, spicy early. And then the second half, George Ranch clawed back into the game and even cut the lead to 1 at one point. Talk about the last 15, 20, 30 seconds from your point of view.
To me, it just came down to like just the will and the skill, man. Savannah from George Ranch put on a show. Like, to me, those last few minutes, it was just her getting buckets, a few of the twins getting offensive rebounds and putting it back up. But Dulles, Nia 3, a player that really doesn't get talked about, she was getting to the line and getting to her spots in the fourth quarter. And I think really that kind of propelled Dulles to a win. But Peyton Overton did hit the game-winning free throw to put him up 1. And obviously, and Nia 3 actually ended up fouling out the game. So to me, it was just a nip and tuck battle all game. One of the top games I've seen all year. And then at the
Naya scored her 1,000 point that game as well.
Yeah. I think the 1,000 point was literally a half court 3 at the buzzer.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
So these girls were special. What a lot of people don't know was Syracuse was in the building.
Yeah.
So obviously somebody was on their list.
Mm-hmm.
We may not be privy to the information, but we see you.
Yes, sir.
Shout out for recruiting to the city. Mentioning Syracuse, Armani Bartlett scored her 1,000 point at Houston Christian for Houston Christian girls. Real quick before the segment's over, give me 3 dark horses that maybe nobody's talking about right now, because we already know who's the favorite gonna be.
For like teams or just players? Teams?
Give me teams.
Okay. Obviously, like I said, I still roll with Dulles. I feel like
they're not a dark horse. They undefeated.
No. I know. They're still to me. They're still a dark horse, because the fact is, like, TABC, they still hadn't ranked them up to in that top 10 yet. So to me, they're a real dark horse team. And then I would say, because I think Side Creek is just so up ahead of everybody in a way.
They're generational talent.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if you want to just go really straight dark horses, I would go Langham Creek is still formidable. Like they still got. So they've tested that water. And if I really had to choose a real sleeper, I would probably go with Tompkins. I think that they have the. I think they have the guard play in their battle tested, because but no knock on any other team like the Jersey Villages and the Shadow Creeks. Like they're all good teams, but if I had to choose 3 sleeper teams, I would go with those 3.
I got you. The only one I would probably switch would be Dulles and Jersey Village.
Okay.
They gonna get better. You
Yeah.
know, they ran through a buzzsaw. That's different.
Yeah.
On senior night, that's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, of course.
But they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be all right. Once again, I appreciate you for doing your great do for the girls' side of basketball out here.
I also do boys, so like I do girls, but I do boys too. So like the boys know I do boys too. Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. I appreciate you for coming on the Baseline Boys section. See you out here in these gyms. Easy Corner, the Baller Plug.
Hey, hold on, fellas, before y'all go. Yes, Easy. We know you do, boys, man, and we're gonna get Easy back on because he said he's one of the top debaters. So when we do our Houston Hoop Scoop, we gonna pull Easy on so him and Rob C can go at it on a couple of topics. But hey, fellas, real quick, I want to talk about this that happened at this girl's game.
I've seen wild shit. I've seen wild. No, I've seen go up.
And so we'll cut it right there, fellas. What happened? What happened? Talk
Well,
to
honestly,
us, man. Let us know what happened, man. We're not gonna play everything, but just talk us through that what happened right there.
I would say this. For me personally, I just think it was kind of like a wrong place at the wrong time. For me, for George Ranch, it was just simple. Like Dulles won the game at that point. They were celebrating. And obviously, I think a George Ranch player actually I don't know if she ran into the huddle while they were celebrating, because sometimes when you get off the court, in that instance, I thought she should have just walked around. So that's what happened. So when the parent came out the stands, to me, he just came to grab his daughter. That's exactly what and that's what I thought about it, like for real. But I just think it was just like a mishap. Dulles won the game, adrenaline was going, but somebody was in the middle, in the middle of their circle, and to me that's what happened.
Okay.
Also, they were heckling the shit out of George Ranch. Oh,
yeah,
man, my bad.
It's all right, man. Hey, guess what?
But
okay.
let's just be honest. Those parents was getting on those girls, and then the coach from George Ranch was personified class. All she said is, we're gonna keep our composure. We're not gonna let them get us out of our character. They had just been stoking the fire all game. And when you whipping somebody and you're gonna talk some trash. So that's cool on the floor. If you in the stands, shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up. Let your daughter do the talking, let her game do the talking. You shut up. Yeah. And they really didn't control the parent fan aspect of it versus the girls. Most of the girls play with each other on summer teams and play against each other every day. So it's not like they got animosity.
Okay. All right, man.
But I can't sit here and lie to you though. The George Ranch coach actually asked the ref to remove one of the fans, but I don't think the ref never did it. So like the George Ranch coach did ask, like, hey, please, I'm not trying to get into it. Can you remove them from the game? So
okay. I just want to know what happened, man. I know that you gentlemen were there at the event. And so just to get your opinion as well before any more videos really kind of surface out there, heavily. So just kind of let you guys speak on it since you guys are there. Easy, want to thank you for coming on, man. Tapping into the Baseline Boys segment with the baller plug, man. Look forward to having you back on for these debates, man. So people can know that you cover boys too, man. You know what you're talking about a little bit, man.
But I gave him his boys shine. We
Yes, sir.
played the Marshall game. We led with the boys.
Hey man,
No, I
man,
ain't saying that you
I
didn't.
got
I'm
one
just
thing
saying,
to say.
Rob, now is not the time for the debate, Rob.
No,
That's
I ain't
the
finna
right
debate
time.
about nothing. I was finna add something.
Oh, my
I was
bad,
finna
my
add
bad,
something to
man,
what
my
they were
bad.
saying.
My
See,
bad,
last
man.
week you told me to just jump in. Now I'm jumping in. Now you know what, man? Tom Brokaw, you better learn how to mediate this thing, man. I just wanted to add that another sleeper to one of the teams that they said, and I talk about this coach a lot on the girls' side. It don't matter what type of team she have. Clear Springs is always dangerous in the regions because Pamela Crawford is an exceptional coach on the girls' side. She has numerous times taken teams that have been disregarded and went to the regionals and almost went to state. She kind of like a Coach Thomas from Elkins on the girls' side. Like she doesn't really have a system. She adapts to the opponent that she plays. So I just wanted to give the Clear Spring Chargers girls some love because they dangerous, man. Because Pam Crawford can coach her butt off, man, for real.
No, I agree. I agree.
Oh man, appreciate you, Easy, coming on, giving us that perspective, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. No problem.
All right, so that was the Baseline Boys with the baller plug. We had Easy on here chiming in, dropping a couple of nuggets on the girl side as well as talking about some boys hoop also. Going to get into this next clip that I have that's been kind of surfacing as well underground, and so this is going to be like the first time that people will actually get to see it publicly.
Ball so hot, I'm shocked too.
Just can't take it anymore. Give it my best try. All my years of joy are dry.
So, fellas, I sent that out to a couple of college coaches on Saturday morning, and I've received a lot of good feedback. Just in the sense of who is this kid? Tell me more about him. And so I wanted to pose the question: are we doing a good job of pushing our prospects? We don't have to be long on it. I'm just saying because there's levels and no, I did not send it to a bunch of Division I schools because that's what a lot of people get stuck on is the D1. But I did send it to some D2 schools where I felt that he could fit, as well as some D3s and NAIAs, and just a lot of feedback from them. And I've already gave them all his dad's phone number as well as his number, and I'm out the picture now. And so whatever happens from here on out is between those universities and that family. But so are we truly pushing though? That's my question. It don't have to be. We don't have to really get into a heated debate. Nothing long. Just want to ask: are we pushing the right way?
I'm just gonna give a quick thing because this is kind of gonna go into what I'm gonna talk about on what you're talking about, Willis. So
Yeah,
I
so
will say
don't dig too deep into what you're talking about, Willis.
I will say this. I think no, we're not, but I think it's a two-sided situation. And what I mean by that is that sometimes I don't feel that parents and players allow us to do our job to the ability that we could, because they cancel out certain opportunities that could really be beneficial for them.
Okay.
I can only speak for myself. I know that I do, because I'm always sending out videos and talking to coaches and, you know, pushing kids and trying to help anybody I can. So I'm just going to speak for me. Yes, I feel a lot of, and I know you say we're not debate. I feel like that sometimes we may overhype kids or overpush kids sometimes. That's how I feel. But me personally, I think I do a lot of pushing.
Okay.
That's a slippery slope right here.
I mean, it's simple. Yes,
because
we do, or no, we don't.
let me give you 3 examples.
Okay.
The 3 years that I've just been watching basketball. That first year I went to Rucker on Wood. I didn't know how territorial basketball was. Like I'm pretty sure every grassroots coach wanted to whoop my ass after I left Rucker on Wood that day. I'm pretty sure. Like, it's territorial. Like, so year 2, it was like, okay, if you're gonna do media and coach, there has to be some type of couth, right? So like, there's certain kids that I would like for my team that I really just didn't talk about on the media side, not because they didn't deserve it, but because I didn't want to mess up the biasness. You feel me? Because I still had to be impartial. On to year 3, it's more or less, you know, if you need my help and you ask for my help, I'll do whatever I can for you. But I'm not gonna impart myself on people that don't need my help nor need my guidance, because, you know, they know it all. So it was a process of 3 different phases, but it's really a slippery slope, because, you know, you'll try to help a kid and then, like, the summer coach will torpedo something, you know, or, you know, you'll try to get the footage from the high school coach, and then the high school coach is disinterested in doing what he can do. So it's a it may not be a disconnect everywhere, but it's a disconnect somewhere along the path and process, and sometimes it gets tedious. So, like, you know, you help who you can, but, you know, my good friend Dre McDonald said I can't help them all.
And I want to say this to piggyback off what you just said, Gary. To me in the city, and, you know, I speak my mind. No disrespect to no coaches, but it's a me versus we attitude in the city. Like, I have definitely, and I'll say this, I have definitely helped kids that didn't have situations and got them situations, and then the coach would be like, the high school coach would call me and be like, well, why you didn't tell that coach to call me? And I'm like, huh? Like, do you want the kid to get a scholarship, or do you want to try to, you know what I'm saying, or the AAU coach would come to me and like, man, ain't nobody tell you to talk to the kid and get them. I'm like,
boy, you preaching a good word
got
to
a scholarship.
the OG.
Like, this has literally happened. This cycle has happened to me like 2 or 3 years in a row now, to the point where I'm kind of like, almost like Gary, like, hey, you know, I can help you in some shape, form, or fashion. If you want to come to me and get it, then by all means. But I'm not overextending myself, because all y'all gonna do is light fire to it anyway. So,
but I think one thing before we switch, Gary said the best word he could have used was territorial. And I think the reason why I say that's a very true thing, and Gary, I'm gonna have to agree with you, is that the ultimate goal is to help kids get to the next level, whichever level that is. So I feel a lot of coaches get in the way of kids getting what they can receive. And I also think parents as well get in the way of their kids getting the opportunity, because for coaches, like when kids transfer and they got to sign that paper that says that kid is eligible to play at the next school because he didn't leave for sports. I feel that is one of the dumbest things that ever has to happen, because a lot of coaches would envy and put, yes, knowing that the kid didn't, but my point is this. If we're really trying to help kids get to the next level, some kids just don't fit certain coaching systems. Some kids just don't do well with certain type of coaches. So you have to allow certain situations to create itself or to get a kid the best opportunity. And then the other thing is, I think when it comes down to AAU, I think a lot of coaches hop on kids because they trying to hop on that kid so that they can get something out of it. And sometimes it hurts the kid or hurt the situation. And then I think with parents, they get in the way by they try to put kids higher than what they are, instead of realizing that the level is to the thing is to get to college. Division III, Division II, Division I, whatever that is to play at the next level. And, you know, Rob, you said very well. I think that's why I said I think we don't get a chance to do our job as well, is because we do hype up too many kids and focus only on certain kids when there's a lot of kids who can play at the next level somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all keep chatting away. See y'all in the comments. Shout out all the viewers. I see Coach Bunch, Herb, Miss Raspberry, Miss Harvey. We appreciate y'all for watching and being active in the comments. What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. We're finna get into our next segment. What you talking about, Willis?
That him! What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis?
What's good, world? It's Coach Anthony Willis. You know, I'm always looking to give knowledge and to help people just see different views and different things to help people understand how to navigate through this basketball world and the things we're going through. So today, I am going to talk about trust the process. I think that word is used very, very, very a lot, but I feel people don't really understand what that means. I'm going to give you an example. Okay. So I played basketball in high school, but I did not pick up a basketball until I was in the 7th grade. Played football my whole life. Okay. 10th grade year, freshman year, I made freshman A. 10th grade year, I made the sophomore team at A-Leaf Taylor High School. I quit football, worked on basketball all summer, got in the gym, things there. My junior year, I was on varsity, but I came off the bench and I had a role. At my school, I played the top of the press. I was a rebounder. I was a hustle guy. I was a utility guy. My senior year, I was a captain, averaged 8 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals, and 3 assists. So I was a utility guy. Did not go and play college ball right off. I went to McMurray University, played there, didn't make the team, left, played community ball, Lone Star Tomball. I had multiple opportunities after that to play at Blinn, Texas State, St. Thomas University when they first got a team, and Morehouse. I had an opportunity to play at every level, Division I, Division II, NAIA, and JUCO. But the one thing that I always did is trust the process, meaning I did it from the mud. I went to community college. Lone Star was just at the bottom of the barrel. And I tried to better myself to get to where I wanted to get. But I think today we want things handed to us, but we'll say, oh, we're doing a process. And that the process can be a kid who may be in high school, who may not be just a big-time recruit starting off, but could go to, say, a D3, develop, be an All-American in a D3, and then go play ball overseas. But we will look back and be like, hey, that kid wasn't good enough to go play college or this and that. I think the biggest thing that we have to do as parents and players is really trust the process. Now, I understand you got to find the right school, right situation, but I think sometimes we don't understand what the right situation is. Meaning, if you're at a school that has a good coach, okay, that's a good thing. If you're at a school where a coach really understands how to develop your kid, but your kid may not be in the forefront to start off, then okay, allow that coach to get him there, because there's a lot of kids who may not play varsity to their senior year and still go play college basketball. And there's some kids who play varsity as a sophomore and don't go to college and play basketball. So I really think, just kind of what we've talked about already, I think we just got to get better with trusting the process, understanding how to reach our opportunities by continuing to work hard, and just allow yourself never to be bigger than anything, because an opportunity is an opportunity. And if you learn how to execute that opportunity, anything is possible. So today, I just want everybody to understand, trust the process, trust your situation. If you feel you're not in a good situation, okay, you have the right to change that. But don't think it's not the right situation just because you're not in the forefront when you think you should be, because some people may want exposure, but some people get exposed. So make sure that you trust the process and be ready for your opportunity. So guys, I want to just get y'all thoughts on what you think it is about trusting the process.
With trusting the process, you have to trust whoever it is. That is, I don't want to use the word I'm trying to use the right word. I don't want to use the word who's your handler or you know what I'm saying, but that's just where basketball is today. You have to trust that coach or whoever it is that you're pouring your all into, whether if it's an AAU program, trainer, different recruiting services, not a scouting service, but you have to trust that these people have your best interest. And so at times it can be tough to trust that process because you really don't know what those people's true intentions are. And so sometimes it can be tough. Now, if you're like somebody who has to grind and do it all themselves, then yes, you should be patient and try to trust that process and try to work through it and try to see where can I take myself. If you're willing to bet on anybody, you should be willing to bet on yourself. And so I think a lot of kids aren't willing to bet on themselves because they don't get what they want right away, and so they're ready to quit. And so this is not just a basketball lesson, but this is a life lesson as well. In life, there's going to be a lot of curveballs that's thrown at you, and you're going to strike out a lot. You're going to miss. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs that happens, but you have to be willing to believe in yourself and trust your own process and know that, hey, I can overcome this. I can make it through it. I can build from this. And so trusting the process can be looked at many different ways. So it just kind of depends on which way are you really talking about. You talking about, trusting the process within yourself, or trusting the process from those who have a handle on you as far as your AAU coaches, trainers, etc.
I think it's trust the process in yourself, because I feel like the one thing that if a lot of kids really understand, and evaluate themselves straight up on, what they need to get better with, what they need to work on, what they need to improve on, regardless of what AAU team you playing with or who's your handler or whoever's in, if you can play, coaches will find you. It's too many schools, someone will recognize you. Someone will put you in situation, because, like, again, you showed a bunch of different kids today's film and different things like that at the end of the day, to me, I just think a lot of kids don't trust the process in a situation of giving themselves. Rob, bro, what's up?
My bad.
Yeah, man, I don't know what Rob was on right there.
But giving themselves the best opportunity. And what I mean by that is that, like, it never ends. It never ends, man. Never. I feel that, and my point of using me as a person in that situation is because as a sophomore, I could have been like, man, I'm not gonna hoop. Like I'm playing sophomore basketball. I quit football, and football was my sport. But I had many opportunities. I just wasn't ready for them in life. But I think a lot of kids give up just because they don't reach D1 or whatever. Like, go to college. You never know what can happen from that. I know a lot of kids who get paid, who went to D3, went to NAIA, they get paid. And again, I don't care if I'm 19, if I'm 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and someone says, hey, I give you a contract to come overseas and pay for 50 to play and get paid 50,000. Let's just be real. At 25 years old, if you're making 50,000 tax-free to do what you love to do, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm taking that instead of a 9 to 5. But it's about working. It's just about working. And I'm not saying it's just about that, but I also feel the experience of being a college athlete and meeting people and traveling is big. It's just I feel a lot of kids now are so sold on certain things that I feel like, hey, man, like you just never know what can happen or, you know, what the situation may be. So I just think we got to get better with, again, trusting the process and really understanding what that means.
Yeah, I mean, we got countless examples of kids that could have, we talked about could have went to go play certain places, but they trusted in their own self and their game, i.e. Chandler Jacobs, i.e. Darius Alford at UT Tyler that played for Seven Lakes and was scoring 40 points, like 30-some points a game, but they decided to go to a different level. So I think it's just having that inner belief in yourself and trusting your skills. And really quickly, like I tell, you know, any kid that has ever been around me, I tell them my story. Like, you know, people always tell you the glitz and the glamour about stuff, but, you know, they don't tell you when you decide not to go take scholarships for whatever reason, and you got to go work that 9 to 5 or whatever, and you thinking about, man, I should have just went to school and got that education. You know, it's the things like this. Like I'm the other dude, you know. You got your dudes like, you know, Sloan and everybody else that went D1 and did what they did, even you, Anthony. But I'm the other dude who was like, man, I'm gonna go do this, and it turned out well. But you live and you learn. I think that we as a culture have a responsibility to not just tell these kids what they want to hear, but tell them what they need to hear.
Facts. And then Curtis Stewart, I like what he said, limit your handlers as well. And I think that's also a very key situation of what we was kind of talking about earlier about being able to help these kids. I think sometimes that's the issue, is too many people handling these kids, when in reality it should just be the parent and that kid and the coach that they trust. But I just think everybody try to get too much recognition for kids instead of just help the kid. If you get them to school, like they say, if you get a school that like them, give them the information, move out the way. Like, why you don't have to sit there and keep, you know, play like it's a video game and try to dictate this way, dictate. No, just, hey, boom, here you go. Here go the opportunity. Move on. Like, that's just what it is. Like,
Andre McDonough said, who is passing out this? He said, who's telling the kids about these opportunities, because he don't see that information being passed out?
I never pass out the information that I give. I help kids just talking to coaches. And from that point, if they like the kid, same thing like GJ getting information. I don't even talk about half of the kids right now who are in college playing. I don't even talk about it because I feel like I don't need the recognition. I don't need nobody to know who I put in college. I just want to see more kids in Houston go to college and play basketball, because we have too much talent in Houston to where it doesn't even matter who. Just, hey, if you got an opportunity for a kid and you see he can play basketball, get his information, figure out how you can get him there, and it is what it is. But I think that's one of the things that, you know, people be on Twitter, I got something. I don't care. Like, who cares? Just get kids in college. Just get them in college. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
Period.
All right, up next, man, we got Carol's Corner.
One thing you'll never do, and that's giving up. That money, you right, can't get enough. Pump pressure to the game, and I ain't letting up.
Yo, man. Welcome to Carol's Corner, man. Today we got a very special guest, man. Damien Richards Jr., also known as DJ Richards, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
This young man is averaging 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. So, DJ, how's your experience this summer helped you going into your senior year?
How did he help me? Because like I went through different obstacles. On one team, I was like not really. I was just sitting in the corner catching, like trying to treat me like the Shane Battier. So like it made me like be ready for the next level, just in case like I was just a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the other team was like, it helped me because being on a team full of good players, you know, you're not gonna get the same opportunities as you usually do, but once you get your opportunity, you got to make the most of it.
Gotcha. Cypress Creek has started the year 11-3, 6-0 in district. You guys haven't lost since December the 1st on a 9-game winning streak. What do you think has contributed to the hot start so far?
Definitely J5 coming back helped me a lot, and like the team. But I mean, we're like a brotherhood. Like if you see one of us have a time, you're gonna see at least like 4 of us. Like we're always together. So like we have fun with each other on the court. So I mean, I think us building a relationship off the court really helped us on the court.
Gotcha. So as you being known when you first came to high school as a shooter, what has your work ethic done to change you into a more all-around, well-rounded player?
Oh wait. Say the question again. You went in and out.
I said from you being known as like in the city as strictly a shooter, how has your training and preparation changed for you being known more of an all-around player in your senior year?
I mean, it really. I mean, I don't know how to say this. I mean, because being like labeled as a shooter, I mean, I promise you, like people that can't shoot, y'all don't want that shooting label because it make you feel like you can't do nothing else. But in your mind, you feel like you can do something, you can do other things. But I was late on puberty. Like you see, I'm just now like getting on the rim and doing all the extra stuff.
Yeah.
My dad always said growing up, like, because they always, I actually got cut off of teams like that was good teams when I was younger. So like my dad always said, my son gonna always be able to shoot, but when my son puberty kick in, like y'all son kick in, y'all son gonna be able to shoot like my kid. So it's like it all kind of like helped itself out in the end. So now I'm starting to like beat people off the dribble, but I always like did cone drills to work on my handle and then work on my like lateral quickness and stuff like that. So it's gonna have to kick in one day.
Gotcha. So your sister Dee Richards, legendary player in this city. She owns the EYBL championship. She's a national champion, national defensive player of the year. How did the success that she had motivate you?
I mean, I wouldn't say it motivated me because I had like kind of a self-motivation over basketball.
Gotcha.
But like, her doing it was like, it made me like want to do it even more because that's like my other half, and me already want to play basketball and see my sister did it too. It was like, man, like we got to make it together. We're gonna have the story, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy at all the accomplishments she had. Like it's really untouchable the things that she did. But I'm gonna have to do something. I'll catch you one day.
Got you. How big of an influence are your parents?
Huge influences. Like my mom and my dad, like they do things for me that they really don't have to do, honestly. Like they do it in different ways too. Like if one person do one thing, then one person do other things. So they have like a good connection of like they play like kind of a good cop, bad cop role. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you go to the games, you hear my dad the whole time.
Oh yeah, very passionate.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean by that. But like, I mean, with them two, like I really thank them because without them, like I'd probably be struggling right now because of like my dad at unnecessary time that he really doesn't have to spend with me in the gym. Like he'll miss whatever he has to do to be in the gym with me to make me be a better player.
Mhm.
My mom will like do all these sacrifices up off the court when it comes to like extra hours, like and working and stuff like that to do all that extra stuff for me. So I really thank them.
Gotcha. Yeah, tight knit family, man. Your dad very passionate, man. You gonna know when Mr. Richards in the gym. Last question before we get into this and that, man. If I was to ask you, Cypress Creek season ends well if what?
I mean, everybody says the state championship, but sometimes it's really bigger than that. Like we have to like if you go off the court in any game and you like gave it your all and we had fun and we played together, I mean, I wouldn't mind walking off the court that way. I just don't want to walk off the court with like dang, I should have did this, I should have did that. As long as everything was left out on the court, I mean, sometimes it's just not your day. It don't happen perfect for everybody, you know. If this was a perfect world, I mean, it probably wouldn't be basketball because at the end of the day, got to be one winner, one loser. So
True. I like that answer. I like that answer. So now we're gonna get to a quick game of this or that. I'm gonna give you 2 options. You're gonna tell me which one you like better. First question, and I'm always gonna ask this question to everybody: Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
oh my gosh, bro. I have so many reasons, but like, you know, it's definitely LeBron.
Okay.
Everybody LeBron.
Okay. Instagram or Twitter?
Oh, snap. They good for different things. Like, I mean, I'm gonna say Twitter though, because Twitter be having me rolling sometimes.
Okay. Would you rather get a poster dunk or ankle breaker?
Have you seen my poster dunk the other day?
Yeah, you might make the top 10. You might make the top.
Oh yeah,
10.
well, I'm gonna probably say it really depends, because if it's a hardened ankle breaker where you just look at it for 10 seconds, I'm gonna probably say ankle breaker. But if it's any poster, I'm probably say poster.
Okay. Pizza or hamburgers?
I'm trying to think. No, I'll probably go pizza.
Okay. Game winning shot at home or game winning shot on the road?
Definitely game winning shot on the road, because it's just everybody's eyes against you, and you know what I'm saying. And I just like to see everybody quiet. Like that's like music to my ears when there's just silence.
Gotcha. Last question, because I got killed for this last week, so I switched it up. NLE Chopper or NBA Youngboy?
Boy,
I gotta ask.
If it's well, everybody, you can't compare them two, bro. It's not even. You should have said like Lil Baby and Young Boy. That probably.
Why everybody don't like
a Young Boy, man?
Well, look, Mr. Richards Jr., I appreciate you for coming on, man. Y'all got the second half of district coming up, man. Y'all won some close games. You did give me that 30-piece with the mismatched shoes on, so I guess you're allowed to continue wearing them for the rest of the season, man. Oh, really quickly, man, give the people your Instagram and your Twitter handle so they can follow you and all that stuff.
My Twitter handle is DJ Rich 727. Please go follow me, 'cause I want more followers on Twitter. And then on Instagram, it's my full name. It's Damien Richards Jr.
All right, man. I appreciate you for coming on Carol's Corner, man.
Hey, hold on, DJ.
Flame him up, man. About the art, man. Rob don't be knowing the music like that, DJ.
Hey, listen,
man.
DJ.
Fine, man.
Gary, was that better?
DJ, you my guy.
Better on
Just
the
know you my
question.
guy.
Hey, DJ, you have to flame my boy.
I was just like, bro, you can't put this.
You my guy. Because I was gonna say the same thing. Lil Baby or NBA, you're like, that's better. And you my guy because you said LeBron. See, I like you, boy. Hey, you my guy.
Hey, we can't. See, I didn't even want to get into it because G-Day be telling me to stay on topic, so that's why I let my man DJ make it. But definitely, I'm hopping on the line.
You my guy. DJ, before you leave, put that leg sleeve on the camera. Put that leg sleeve on the camera.
He said,
the camera, man. Hold on.
This man's so extra, man. This man's so extra.
We on Rob's corner, bro. You gotta get the tag.
But y'all know that's the new look. Hey, leg tat is you gonna if you got a leg tat. Like, but it's light skinned dudes doing that. Light skinned dudes.
I'm not light-skinned, man.
But last real question. So, DJ, how is your recruitment going? Like, how, being a senior And, you know, with the situation and everything that went down this past summer, with the live periods not being there, how has that affected you with your recruitment? Like, you know, where you feel you should be?
I mean, it definitely messed over me, if you want me to be honest. I really feel like I should be like more, because like I was like a late bloomer. Like since they weren't able to come to games, they were picking the people that they already knew. And that, so like I wasn't known like that, and I wasn't doing the things I'm doing right now. But lately, with some of these live streams and stuff like that, my recruitment has been picking up.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
That's what's up, man. Hey, DJ,
Hey, but that
Still the
ain't
second famous
thank you for hopping
basketball
on, man.
player.
Thank you for setting Rob straight on the music tip.
I'm getting better every week, though, man. I'm
For
getting
showing
better every week.
us
yes, you are.
your leg sleeve, man, that the baller plug wanted to see. Hey, man, salute to you, to Side Creek, man. You know, wish everybody to have a healthy season, man. And hey, I know, like you said, everybody goes to go to state, man. Everybody can't go, but if y'all can go, man, I'll be right there backing y'all up the whole way, man. I'll be there.
Oh yeah, in fact,
A lot of people in the Alamo Dome, man.
If they beat us, they gonna have to earn it.
Yeah,
you know I'm in there. Hey, you know I'm in there. 5-way or no way. You know I'm
there. No way. Yeah, shout out J5, man.
Hey, 5-way or no way, baby.
Hey,
you know
before you
I'm
hop up, anybody else you want to shout out, man, real quick? While you on here?
I gotta say my mom first. Y'all, she gonna
got you.
She gonna get that beef, but shout out my dad and my sister too. I mean,
you got a birthday coming up, don't you?
Yeah, 25th, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, listen. Hey, birthday 2 days before my birthday. We play Memorial at Memorial.
Ooh,
that's gonna be a tough one.
The battle.
Hopefully they don't come back with them posters with like me.
They coming.
They
coming. They coming. They was at the game in the sailor suits.
You know they gym is small, so
you hear everything, man.
Yeah. It be live in there.
Hey, listen, hey, Rob waiting for us to lose. He waiting to come to me.
I'm not waiting for nobody to lose, man. I only report what happens, man. I only report what I see, man. Hey, I just asked you this before we let you go, DJ. Don't get on Instagram like J5 the other night with your shirt out, bro. Just because it's your birthday don't mean you can be wild or not, man. I don't want to see that on the IG, man. J5 got the bird all out on. Leave the bird in the cage.
Hey, small chest matters.
Appreciate you for coming on, though, GJ, man.
All right, thank you for having me.
No problem.
That was Carol's Corner with DJ Richards, 6'5" shooting guard out of Cypress Creek High School, averaging 27 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists right now in the season. That was a really good segment right there, fellas. Hey, before we go any further, I want to drop this Noah Khan interview on here as well.
All right, Forever Young Films here with Noah Khan, 6'1" point guard, Houston Christian, who got a 68-63 win against Westbury Christian. Noah, what were y'all able to do to secure the win here?
I think a guy that really needs a shout out is Q Quinton. He got a lot of offensive rebounds and helped us out when we need to get boards because we're a smaller team. So we really look up to him and look for him for rebounds. And today he executed that, gave us a bunch of second chance buckets. And then Kobe Haynes, he brought that intensity on defense to get everybody riled up when we was down in the first half. So Kobe and Q did really good this game.
Well, I figured you mentioned your teammates because you are a true point guard, but I want to talk about you. In the third quarter, you hit a three-pointer, and with that three-pointer, you reached a major milestone by passing Miller Kopp as Houston Christian's all-time leading scorer. So did you know that you were close to the record, and how does it feel knowing that you sit atop such a coveted position in the program?
Yeah, before the game, I did know I was 9 points away, but obviously I didn't want to focus too much on that. So when I hit the three, I didn't realize I did it, so I got on the bench, and Ryan told me about it. So, you know, I credit all my coaches because freshman year, my role was totally different. And then going into my sophomore, they really motivated me. Sophomore year really encouraged me to get to the basket and score. So just having a program that's so confident in me to do what I got to do is, you know, it's a blessing, honestly. I don't know if I would have that anywhere else. So Houston Christian done all that for me. I'm happy I could give back to them by, you know, scoring.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the record. Man, good luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate you.
Shout out Coach Arch for that video right there. Congratulations to Noah. Noah he had some other engagements, so he couldn't make it on. But
I really like that interview. This is something that I want to give him because I like it. That kid is very educated and very articulate, and I like that from a young black kid like him because just to hear him answer those questions very clear, this and that, like that was real good. Like I really like that. Like that out of the whole interview, I was paying attention just to the way he answered the questions, how he talked. Very clear, very good answers to the questions. He knew what he was talking about, and it was very articulate. I like that.
No doubt. But passing up Xavier Will and Miller Kopp, man,
that's big.
That's kind of big. To me. I don't know about you guys.
That's big. And I'm gonna tell you why that's big. I watched and coached against all them kids, and he said a key point that his freshman year he wasn't there to be a scorer. Miller Kopp and Xavier since their freshman year were able to score. Like that was part of the, Xavier is a point guard, but I'm just saying, like, for him to be able to pass them up in 3 years, technically meaning he didn't get a big role until his sophomore year, that's big because those guys, especially Miller Kopp was a bucket. So for him to pass them up, that's big, real big.
Mrs. Kopp, elite DNA.
hey, boy, you ain't lying because she got 4 goons. Like, they all elite DNA. That ain't no lie.
If you see them, help the bear.
Yes, for sure. Nicest people you ever want to meet, though.
Oh man. Hey, she held Grayson. Grayson was in love that day at the Stars and Stripes. But help the bear. Definitely help the bear.
Yeah, that's big though. I did not know he was close to breaking that record. Cause like Anthony spoke on and he spoke on, like, watching him from freshman year, you defender and then just going long. And I associate him with a winner too, though, because he has won a lot over there. I don't know his exact record, but I know the man has been in the state a couple of times.
His winning percentage is up there.
High 800% win percent, 80% win percent.
I mean, anybody who he's a Christian is a winner. I mean, they win.
That's a testament to Coach Crandall University.
Yeah, like they're always a competitive team. They always play, always, like no matter, like, I'll be honest with you, since Xavier and Miller Kopp and them guys left, I ain't gonna lie to you. I top my head off to him because every year he uses his talent with no height, and still competes with a lot of big time schools. Like I ain't gonna lie, him and Teddy do a great job with guards. Like their guards are always good. Like they do a great job developing guards and getting them to understand how to play basketball. Like that's one thing I would say Houston Christian has always done a great job with is developing guards. Always.
Yeah, no, they do, man. And once again, I just want to salute Noah Khan on this accomplishment as well as his many other accomplishments.
What's up?
But to top those guys, man, that's tough. It really is. As well. Are you pointing at Aaron Rodgers?
Yes, he is, man. Like, why?
Also as well. Anthony Ferguson, AJ Ferguson is the career leading scorer at Cypress Park High School. Shout out
my guy AJ.
Shout out to him and his family as well. And I know that you mentioned a couple girls earlier on your segment, G-Dot, who have got their way into the 1,000-point club also.
Threat, Barney Bartlett. Yeah.
It's actually been a couple of kids. I've seen some kids this whole week kind of like hit that mark.
We spoke on last week, but shout out to Chris Felix once again. He joined that club as well. And so joining that club is no easy feat. I just want to state that It may sound like it's really easy, but it's not. Even on the high school level,
Are we
like
talking only
that's
Houston?
not an easy task.
What is that?
Fellas, matchups. Let's talk about a couple matchups this coming up week, man. On Tuesday, you got the Heights versus Bel Air, 7 p.m. at Delmar Fieldhouse. Who y'all got, man? The Heights is 8-2. Bel Air is 12-1.
You know who I got.
Well, I said this was gonna be the number 1 and number 2 teams in this district.
I got Bel Air.
Man, it's a tough one for me. I'm gonna go Bel Air on the first game. I think they're gonna split though. I think there's actually gonna be a split, but I'm gonna give the first game to Bel Air.
What the first game at?
Delmar.
It's at Delmar.
No,
This
so it's
Tuesday
not home.
at 7 p.m. They're playing at Delmar Fieldhouse off of Beltway 8-2. I'm 6'10" and 290. My bad.
Gary, who you got, Gary? You don't.
Gary got Bel Air, man. Y'all already know he's going with the brand.
Hey, that's why I just want to.
I will be at that game. I'll be at that game personally.
Yeah, I think I'm
not
going to that.
just because I'm pulling up. I don't. Hey.
Oh, not because you have a vested interest in it. Yeah.
I got you, Gary. I got you,
watch
Gary.
basketball.
Bel Air alumni. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Next top game. Hey, y'all as well. If you're on the Facebook, the YouTube, or the Twitter side, y'all can cast y'all votes in the comments as well. Who y'all feel is going to win this next game? 7:00 game. Nederland versus Crosby. Nederland is 14-2. Crosby is 9-4 on the season. Who y'all got? Nederland or Crosby? Tyler Jackson, PJ Haggerty.
I'm gonna go with Tyler Jackson. I've always had a fondness for that kid. Like he can hoop. Like he can hoop.
I'm gonna go. I think Tyler Jackson have a big night, but I'm gonna go with Crosby. They get their football players back. So I'm gonna pick Crosby. I think they got the better overall team.
I'm rolling with Crosby as well in this game, even though I do like Tyler Jackson a lot. A lot of people know I've kind of sung his praises since his sophomore year as a kid who kind of was under the radar. Also, congratulations to him. He got his first junior college offer as well. So, shout out to Tyler Jackson. He's just going to continue to keep balling. He'll keep grinding, keep getting better as well. So I think Crosby, I see a lot of people even posting Crosby as well on the timeline.
Coach Stewart posting Crosby. Coach Stewart,
Yeah, well, Coach Stewart, Crosby
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
Coach Stewart, that's my guy, man. Next top game this Tuesday, Katie Taylor, 11-4 versus Maid Creek, 8-7. A lot of playoff implications in this game right here. District 19 matchup. Katie Taylor has dropped 2 games in a row.
2 in a row.
They lost to Seven Lakes. They both were 5-1 district at the time.
Jake didn't play one.
Yeah, no, he didn't play. He was hurt. He was out. But then Jake played this past game against Thompson on Friday, and they lost as well. But Jake's not 100%. But you can't fault a kid who wants to just get out there and play, regardless of how healthy he is. But who do I don't know how I don't know if how healthy Jake is. So who do you think is going to win this game? May Creek or Katie Taylor?
I got May Creek, man. May Creek just dropped the game to Katie. They're like a 3-way tie for 4th, as this district always is. It's always going to be a playoff game, a play-in game. I got May Creek though, man. I think Coach Favre schematically can take a not 100% Jake Arnold out of the game, and I think that they'll make timely buckets. And I'm gonna give this one to May Creek.
I'm always gonna ride with my boy Jake. I love the sniper. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride with Jake. Even though he decided to go to HBU, I'm gonna ride with Jake. You know what I'm saying?
The baller plug, who you got?
I gotta echo what Rob said. That boy Coach 5 can get sweat from a stone.
I will give you that though. Rob coach.
Prep
he gonna coach.
They gonna execute the game plan, but I think, it's gonna come down to last possession, and I'll take Katie Taylor over last possession because they know what's on the line. I think they'll get over the hump.
And Anthony and St. Julian playing good too, though. Both of them been pulling their load and playing good though. Very playing real good.
You know,
So,
Pelzer is having a really good senior season. He is.
Pelzer has
double.
And so this is him, and he played at Maid Creek last year. So.
Yep, I was just about to say that was a good transfer from him.
Yeah, they've already played. You know, Taylor won the first matchup, but now they're going to Maid Creek to play. Different atmosphere. It could be a lot for him. Game, I'm gonna go. So we split here on the show 2-2. I'm still gonna go for Taylor in this game. I think it's going to be a 2-point game. It's going to be really close, really tough. But Coach Five will be able to create a lot of different problems defensively for Taylor, especially with Jake not 100%.
It will not shock me if they pull out a game winner.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if Maid Creek wins, I can see them winning this game.
What's number 4 name, Rob?
To my Angel. To my Angel.
Angel.
Sunny A.
So, yeah.
Love the big game. So it wouldn't surprise me.
He made our top 10 last week.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna jump to Wednesday. Wednesday, you got Pearland 14-2 versus Dawson 15-4. Both teams are undefeated in their district. Fellas, who do y'all think wins this game? The Oilers or the Eagles?
It's a toss-up.
Yeah, I haven't really watched them both play a lot this year, so I don't have anybody on this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a nod to where they playing. Where the game gonna be played at?
They're playing at Dawson.
I'm going with Dawson. I think this is another. I think this is another district game that's gonna split 1-1 home and home. So
man,
I mean, they always play each other pretty competitively. Kids. Oh, hello.
Yeah, you was freezing up a little bit.
Am I there? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I said I think this is another game, another district game where they split home and home. These kids are very well acquainted with each other, so I'm gonna get Dawson the edge because they're at home.
Okay. Baller plug. Who you think gonna win, Dawson or Pearland?
I got the road team. I got Pearland.
Okay.
You know, Dawson upset some big teams. I think they got a little comfortable. I think Pearland gonna sneak one.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll with Dawson in this game.
Wildcats, Pearland.
This game's gonna be really half court set game. Not a lot of up and down. A lot of running my set, run the plays till we get the right play going. It's gonna be one of them type of games. I'll be in attendance for the game as well.
30-21. That's my final score.
Well, no, I'm not. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be that low. It'll be in the 40s.
It'll be in the mid 40s,
maybe low 50s. But it will be more so of a chess match than anything else. I can say that about this game. Next game for Wednesday, you got Tomball 8-5 versus Klein Forest, who is 8-2. Both of their losses are in the district. Tomball beat Klein Kane, and Klein Kane and Klein Kane beat Klein Forest earlier this season. So, who do y'all got, man?
KF, man. KF.
If I don't pick Klein Forest, they gonna jump me.
Yeah, they are, man. So who you picking?
I got KF.
Yeah, I actually think I will pick Klein Forest.
All right. One plug, who you got?
Word for Luke McDaniel. I got Klein Forest, man. I can't get off this chat. I don't pick him. But this is what I will say. Preseason jam, right?
Yep.
Front court was a little shaky early. Like they might have got it together late, into the season or whatnot. So
they always do. They always do.
Okay. Coach Blake does a really good job. He does.
Yeah, Coach Blake.
Give credit to where credit is due. I got Klein Force in this game as well, but I think it's going to be tougher for them to get this win than what people think it is. This is not going to be a cakewalk game.
Oh no.
Where's it at? Where's it at?
Klein Kane,
It's at Klein Forest, but you still can't overlook Jesse Fuller.
Hey.
You can't. Like you can't just.
Didn't Tomball beat Klein Kane?
Yeah, Tomball beat Klein Kane.
But that, I mean, I just think Xavier had off game today. You know, I don't think that's a actual legitimate win. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel.
A win is a win.
No, it is. But I'm just gonna be real with you, Tomball. You know, I'm gonna be nice here. Tomball going to KF. That's a different type of hostile situation for some people. So I'm just gonna let you know that is a different. Listen, one thing I will say about KF, when you play at KF, the crowd is different. Just the way they talk, how it's a different type of vibe, and it's kind of lucky that we in COVID, because if it wasn't in COVID, it'll be lit. Like, lit. Like it's
a lot of
it'll
games.
be
It's a lot of games that I would have went to instead of other games just based on fans.
Yeah,
correct.
For sure.
Last game for Wednesday, you got CE King 10-6, Summer Creek 10-4.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's cool.
This game is where is this game?
The game is being played at Summer Creek High School.
Hey, that went from a shootout to if they don't come in there with their mind right, it's a blowout.
And CE King is what in district right now? 2-3?
Yeah, I do believe they're
because they lost
4 or 3-3, 1-2.
They lost.
Have they played Summer Creek already? Have they played them already?
Yes,
they lost.
Who Summer Creek won?
Summer Creek won.
Actually, how much?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't
remember how much.
I'm with Gary though. I'm you know right now. I think that's Summer Creek. I'm gonna keep it 100. They kind of tough at home. Again, another one of the situations.
They have not played yet. I thought they did.
Oh, they have. This the first game.
Okay, this is gonna be the first matchup.
Is that Summer Creek? That's going. Okay. Yeah, I'm riding with Summer Creek. I think it's gonna be a little hard to beat them.
Yeah, they lost a
Javon going for 30.
Tuskegee to North Shore.
He said it's the first round of district.
Okay, so for them, so I know almost everybody's in their second round, so they're still in the first round.
Appreciate it, Coach Stewart. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Summer Creek. CE King need this game though. They got a big win against Kingwood the other day. They need this game, but
they beat Kingwood.
They did beat Kingwood on Saturday.
But how much?
It was more than 10. It was
their district losses is to Atascocita, to North Shore, and Beaumont
Westbrook. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they needed that Kingwood win too.
Yeah. I thought Kingwood was gonna be a little hard because Kingwood was so big. They just got and they play that slow. You know, you can't speed them up. They gonna use their size. So.
Yeah. So this is Javon Jackson's first game back.
Oh yeah, first game back to Summer Creek.
Yeah.
He going for 30.
It's
30 with
necessary for them to win though.
I would say that team win games. Teams win the game.
You right, but
not
to keep
individual
that
players.
team in the game, he need 30.
He going. He gonna get
Summer Creek though.
He gonna get 30. Gonna probably get 30 with an L, but he gonna hoop. Like he has to hoop. Like for him, I think he's going to play really, really hard. I think he's gonna want to play and show himself in that game. So I guess I don't know, man. As I think about what y'all just saying, that it may be closer than what we think, because I think he's gonna have a really big game. I'm just being real. I'm just saying
he ready to walk in.
This one thing I know about Coach Coleman. Whatever you run, whoever the dude is, You might beat him, but that dude ain't gonna be that dude.
No, I get it. But one thing that I will say about situations like that, like Gary just said, he walking into the gym already with a mindset that he like, hey, look, I gotta go out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta show up. So I think he's gonna be in a different type of mode. I think if he can keep his mind cleared from what's gonna be said outside of the situation and just go and play.
Yeah,
I think may see something we may not. Again, I'm with Coach Coleman because he can coach. I ain't going against him. But I just think he Jamal gonna have one of them type of games where he gonna try to get in his bag. Like he gonna try to get busy.
What time is this game, G-Day?
At 7 o'clock.
7 at Summer Creek on Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I gotta pull up to that.
All right, we're gonna jump to Friday real quick, try to get through these games so we can get to this top 10, fellas.
Okay.
Friday, we got Hightower 11-2 versus Marshall. I think Marshall's 5-7 on the season. Last time these two teams met up, it was basically Bryce versus Jalen Lowe. Are y'all expecting anything different? I mean, I feel Hightower still gonna get the victory. Reason why I put this game down because I'm interested to see how Jalen Lowe and Chris Marshall coexist together.
I said that last week.
Oh, this is his first game.
It's not his first game back, but this is gonna be like their first big game.
Big game.
And so big games kind of tend to can either take the turn for the better or take the turn for the worse for a lot of kids.
Facilitating Chris Marshall is exciting to watch. I'm just like, it's exciting. You know, like watching that Foster game, like Marshall has the players that are capable, you know, but like certain things that got to happen for Marshall to be in that game, you know, like, and I know a lot of kids over there at Marshall. I know a lot of kids at Hightower. So I don't feel like the talent level is so far apart, you know, especially it being a rivalry game. But at the same time, you know, you gotta buy into team before you buy into me. So with that being said, hey, we'll see what was bought into Friday night.
Cardi said he playing with the best 2023 in the city, Jalen Lowe.
Hey, that's why I said
that's debatable.
But, and so that's why I said it'd be for me as a scout looking at the game. Okay, how do you play with this player against these type of players? And so now if you're considered to be this type of level of player and you're considered to be this type of level of player and now you're going against someone of a similar level, maybe a little bit higher level than you. Let's see. I want to see how can there be a coexistence is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jalen Lowe is the best 2023 in the city.
They coexisted very well. He just turned his ankle a little early. And they were up.
They have no matchup for. I don't feel Marshall have no. I'm sorry, Gary. I don't feel Marshall have no matchup for Tyrone Baker. So I'm going.
No, but if you scheme Marshall up, because this is my thing. When they had Jasad and Eric in there on the defensive rotations, they did a good job of containing Deuce to where he still got to Deuce spots. But he missed a lot of early first half bunnies. And then they moved to an all guard set, and then Deuce just got open in the front court. Like, but you can scheme them up. First of all, and this is just no offense to nobody. Let me say this. But at the same time, Deuce is a 5-star offensive lineman. You gotta front the post on that kid. So if you front the post, you limit your chances of getting killed. But if you don't front the post, I feel like, and it's risky, because they could just throw it in over the top if they got good enough guard play. But I feel like Marshall can be schemed into the game. They're not lacking pieces from what I saw.
Okay. Next matchup. This is a rematch, another rematch matchup. Klein Forest versus Klein Kane. This time the game will be played at Klein Kane. Klein Kane went to Klein Forest and beat Klein Forest at home. And so this game will be played at Klein Kane Friday, 7 p.m. Who y'all got in the rematch?
Klein Kane.
Klein Kane.
Klein
Xavier
Kane.
is the X factor for that game.
But do you feel it's more so of the fact that the coach was the assistant coach to Coach Black?
Yes, Coach Cook know everything that he want to do. They be ready for it.
Brody has been hooping. You're correct, Carter. Brody has been hooping. Big facts.
Okay. Woodlands Christian versus Second Baptist at Second Baptist.
Well, we know who somebody picking.
Oh, listen. This is a great topic here. Now, Woodlands Christian won last time, all right? But one thing I do know about that young man at Second Baptist and that young man over at Woodlands Christian, them two warriors are going to go crazy at each other this game. And I'm just going to be honest. I think where Jordan Williams is at right now as a player, I think he could probably will himself a win in this game. And this is the reason why I say that. They lost by 10 last game. I think it was like 10, around there, something like that. And he had a magnificent game. But one thing I will say about Second Baptist, not just him, they have switched up their lineups. So they're going to play a lot different than they did the first time. They switched the lineups, playing a couple different kids, different spots that I think will help them match up a lot better. I'm actually going to go for Woodlands Christian. Now, Jordan is going to hang me, but I just think Woodlands Christian has the overall better team. So I think I will have to pick Woodlands Christian, but I just feel Jordan Williams is going to have a crazy game.
It'll be an interesting matchup for sure. Benini versus Williams, as well as the freshman Zion Pipkin as well. You just never know what you're going to get from him, and so that will be a good game. I might be in attendance for that game. Maybe I may pull up for it. Grayson, what's going on, Grayson, man? My young boy Gray Wolf has joined the Shot Clock episode over there with the Gatorade bottle, man. Yeah, Grayson, what's going on?
He telling me it's time for me to go. It's baby shark time for him.
It is, Grayson. Hey, we almost done, Grayson. We finna hit this top 10 plays after these next 4 games. All right, Beaumont United versus Crosby. This is another rematch. Beaumont United killed them the first game. I don't see no big difference except for they're playing at Crosby, maybe more of a hostile crowd. But Crosby also has their football players back, so they'll have some bruisers in there as well. But Terrence Arsenal is just too much, just a little too much for me.
I'm going with the best player in class 2022, Terrence Arsenal.
Hey man, they better go get. If they ain't got Draymond Green and Crosby, they ain't gonna win. Somebody they got some bruises. Beaumont United. Beaumont United.
Yeah, I'm going with Terrence Arsenal. Top player in class 2022.
Terrence Arsenal. I want to say this really quick, G. I'm sorry. Terrence Arsenal not getting the respect nationally that he deserved, man. That kid needs to be respected more on a national level. It's really no one in this city in his class that has taken the momentum from the summertime and executed in the regular season. That kid been playing on autopilot and getting 20-some points a game. All you national people, y'all need to stop disrespecting that kid, man, and give him some props, man. I just want to say that.
Rob, stop subbing me. I give that boy T.R. Snow his props.
Hey, we on the Saturday, last 3 games. Summer Creek versus Atascocita at Atascocita.
Ooh, this the second game, right?
Yeah, 12 o'clock at Atascocita. I got Atascocita.
Yeah,
Yeah, Atascocita.
I got Atascocita on that. It's a good game, though.
Hey, this is one of my favorite games to go to in person. I just hate that COVID happened because you don't get the same fans, but it's still gonna be packed. It's still gonna get sold out because of COVID regulations.
Yeah, 400, something like that.
I got Summer Creek.
Okay.
Like I got Summer Creek. Man, Coach, how y'all gonna say Coach Coleman can coach and then give me
I'm
that
not saying,
face, man?
hey, I ain't saying that he can't coach, but
but that guy at Atascocita with that staff
and players.
And that's no disrespect, but we can't always all agree.
No, we can't.
No, I feel you.
So this is just like last week when we were talking about Clearbrook.
Mentions.
Does Atascocita need to take the loss before the
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'll stop saying it. No.
I'm gonna say why. This is why I'm gonna say no for Atascocita. And this is nothing against Clearbrook, against Chemo and Smurf. Atascocita has been battle tested. They have guys who have played for him over the last couple of years, been in situations with deep in the playoffs. So I think that team is very well rounded. I feel like they're a team that I think in this situation with everything going on, they're probably going to capitalize in this situation and might really probably walk away with a state title. I think they're going to be in the state championship game. So.
Boy. Big statements there.
It can happen, man.
Oh no,
because they 5-8, right?
No, 6-8.
6-8. So
they will eventually meet up with
Duncanville, Richardson.
That's the game I'm looking for. Them against Duncanville. Yep. That's my state prediction. Them and Duncanville. That's my state prediction.
All right.
Dang.
Next, you got the Woodlands, 14-5 versus College Park, 16-3. College Park already won this matchup. If College Park wins this matchup, they will win the district. And so this game has a lot of implications on it. Who do y'all got in this matchup?
College Park and
the Woodlands.
Woodlands.
I got College Park.
College Park.
The Woodlands don't have no firepower.
Sweet College Park.
All right. Last game. This is a rematch. DJ was just on here. Side Creek and Memorial. This game went down to the wire.
Side Creek.
It went down to the wire at Side Creek. This time it's being played at Memorial. We seen the fans come out in sailor suits. Just what they're going to be wearing at Memorial. And it's going to be more of them.
I say Side Creek because I feel J5 did not have a good game against them the first time. I think he would play better, but I don't think he had a good game against them. That first game, turned the ball over a little bit. And is Braylon playing in the game?
That I cannot answer.
Okay, but I think Side Creek could do better. I think J5 will have a better game playing against them this time around. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Side Creek in another close game. J5 didn't have a good, and when we saying J5, we talking about Jalen Watsinger, the transfer from St. Pius, for y'all that don't know. He didn't have a good game the first game on Monday against them. But I just think, and I'm not saying this because he was on with me today, I think DJ Richards is playing at a high level right now. He playing at a district MVP, Guy V. Lewis Player of the Year type level right now. And I feel like they able to lean on him now in tough spots and get them through those rough patches. And I think Side Creek's pulled out another close game, like about 4 or 5 points.
Oh, it's gonna be a game.
Trust me, Gaston
it's gonna be a game.
Is amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, but it's but I'm not against Gaston Elliott. He's good, but Coach Lay is a good coach. He's getting guys coming off the bench that I would be very honest with y'all that I would be like, he plays basketball and they're being very used in a good set and they're executing. Like he has some pieces. When I was watching the game with me and G that were broadcasting, I was like, this kid is playing? Okay. Like, so he does I'm gonna lie, he does another coach who does a very great job with executing how he wants his team to play and getting the best out of every kid he has.
For sure.
Like, he does a great job because every kid comes in well confident, very confident.
Hey, if y'all have not done so, please share the show, like the show. If you're on the Facebook side, share it, like it, follow the page. Ball So Hard Scouting. If you're on the Twitter side, make sure that you're following Ball So Hard as well as go follow Shot Clock 30. Also follow Shot Clock 30. Will be eventually we'll be moving to airing on Shot Clock 30. So make sure y'all go follow Shot Clock 30 on the Twitter side. Make sure y'all retweet it, get it out there. If you're on the Facebook side, make sure that you subscribe to the Facebook, that you like it, that you hit that bell notification so that you can be notified anytime that we go live. Hey, we're about to get into this top 10 plays of the week. Hey, this top 10 plays of the week has been going crazy.
Gary, you got
a lot of
people
submissions
in the chat.
Thankful for everybody who submitted film. We voted on it, and so this is top 10 plays brought to you by the Shot Clock. Coming in at number 10, you got an NBA range side step 3-point by Morgan Kane out of Mickey Leland Prep. Tough 3-point basket right there. Coming in at number 9, Amir Turner. He gets the steal at the half court, takes it the other way, and he jams it. That's Amir Turner of Cypress Lakes High School. Big time football kid. Coming in at number 8, going coast to coast, you got Caleb Stewart coming down the lane with the move. Get out the way stuff right there. Number 7, you got Elijah Hill still on the inbound pass. He crosses his opponent with the one-hand tomahawk out there looking like a baby Dominique Wilkins. Coming in at number 6, from St. Thomas Episcopal, you got Donovan Johnson. Put it on his head, young man. Hey, knee in the chest, finishes dunk, and one bucket right there at number 6, Donovan Johnson. Coming in at number 5, we get a little girls action right here. Rory Harmon with a behind-the-head pass. Nice precision pass. Hey, she knew where her teammate was at all times. Makes the pass. She gets the easy layup and finishes. Side 3 went out to blow. Jersey with the shout. Number 4, you got Justin Collins. Clean up on aisle 9. Coming straight down the middle. Cleans it up. Puts it in. Throws it down for a Tascasita High School. Justin Collins. Coming in at number 3. Getting his first poster is DJ Richards. He talked about it earlier. And he gets the number 3 vote for the week for player of the week. DJ Richards. Referee is like, I got to get out the way, yo. Coming in at number 2. Hey, last week he was number 1. He could have been the close number 1. This week we had to go through a tiebreaker vote on it. Jalen Bernard with another body baseline. And the number 1 play of the week goes to Jackson Fields from Fort Bend Elkins. Put it on his head, young man, cocks it back, 2 hands. Hey, why even look? He realized, like, why did I jump? When he jumped, he didn't put his hands up. He just jumped. Just like, man, why did I jump? He's like, why did I jump with this dude, man? Why did I jump? He didn't jump like this.
Hey, my boy, real shout out for Jackson. I'm gonna go ahead and get this young man a big shout out. Jalen Bernard, I always give you a hard time.
Give his thing.
Hey, I always give you a hard time, but he came to training last Monday with Chris after he got his first dunk, and he pulled me to the side and said, "Coach, I'm gonna get me another one this week," and he got one. So I gotta get he called his second dunk on. Like, he called it. Like, I'm saying this live on Shot Clock.
2 weeks on the Shot Clock, man. Hey, can he make it 3 weeks?
He called it. But Gary, his mama mad at you about telling DJ to show his leg that because she said, Jalen, I might get one. Hey, we can't be.
It's popular among the kids. It is, man.
It is.
Sorry,
it
man.
is.
Nah, Jalen Bernard, he's starting to live on
Yeah,
that
hey,
run,
that's
man.
2 weeks in a row that he made top 10. 2 weeks in a row he made top 3. Hey, can he make it 3 weeks in a row? You never know. You never
Gotta
know. So
tune
hey, we
in.
just want to salute every kid out there that's hooping right now. Keep grinding. Keep getting after it. Keep giving your all. Salute to all teams right now who's making that playoff push, trying to dig in. Some teams are about to wrap up their round one, as we just found out at Tascasita and their whole district. They're still in the round one battle, as well as District 16 with Cy Ranch and Cy Park. They about to wrap up their round one battle, but all the other districts are in round two, and so everybody's trying to gear up for the playoffs, getting ready. That means the benches are going to get a little bit shorter. It's going to go from maybe that 10 to 9 man rotation down to an 8 to 7 man rotation, because coaches are trying to get into the playoffs. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the Shot Clock. If y'all haven't, make sure that y'all like us, love us, retweet us, share us. Hey, do all of it. G-Day Hoop Scout, Rob C in the gym, Coach Ed Willis, G Carter, the baller plug, and little Grayson, they checked out. It was baby shark time. Y'all know what time that is for those who had young children. Hey, when it's daytime, it's daytime. They don't care about nothing else. So from all of us, we just want to thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week on the Shot Clock. Hey, before we go, if y'all got any top 10 plays, be sure to send them in to us. Any one of us. All right? Any one of us. Thank y'all. Hey, we out.